Okay, for this tutorial we're going to learn how to Boolean union and Boolean difference things. And so let's go ahead and get started. So to start off with, we're just going to use a couple of spheres. That's your Boolean area there. If you're looking for that icon, but you can always just type it in and it'll always come up in the first few suggestions of your command bar. But let's start off with making, let's do some spheres. So start in the middle there, and let's change our perspective view to shaded so we can actually see the objects there. And I'm just going to copy and paste and move this over to the right a little bit. And I actually want these to sort of intersect a little bit, so I'm going to move this up and then across there. So you can see that they're clearly intersecting there. So to union them, or to add them together to make one thing, you can see if I click on both of them, they're completely separate objects. So if I select them together and then just click that button there, it'll run the Boolean union command, and you can see it was successful. If you do something that's more complex, to where there maybe things aren't intersecting as well, it'll say like Boolean union failed, and you'll sort of have to go up here to analyze, go to edge tool and show edges, and then you'll select the thing and it'll tell you your edge analysis, so you can select all edges and it'll show you all of your edges. But the things that'll keep your object from Booleaning is having naked edges or non-manifold edges, and those things will keep you from, they may alter your object when you export it to go to 3D printing. So you'll definitely want to make sure you check this anytime that you're designing anything to be 3D printed, just to make sure that there's no naked edges or no non-manifold edges. And you can see down here at the very bottom, and this is for Macs, it may be somewhere else for if you're working on a PC, but it says it found 4 edges total. There's no naked edges or no non-manifold edges. So if I were to export this object, it should be good to 3D print. I click done, and then you can see when I click just one of them, they're both selected now. So that's another way of telling that the union was successful. But I'm going to hit Control Z and undo that. You can see now that there are 2 separate things again. But this time I'm going to run Boolean difference, which is the subtractive sort of method. So for this one, if you have 2 intersecting pieces, and you can use this to remove things from a certain thing that you're trying to create, and you'll do that with this tool. So you can see it says select surfaces or polysurfaces to subtract from. So I want to subtract from this one. I'm going to hit enter, and then it should automatically delete the thing that you want to subtract with. If you don't want that to delete, you can uncheck that box. I'm going to check that box, and I want to delete with this sphere. And then when I hit enter, you can see now I have sort of a concave surface, similar to like a Death Star or something like that, in this object now. So, and that's sort of the subtractive method using the Boolean difference. And then again, you'll want to make sure that you analyze edge tools, show edge tools, and make sure that there's no naked edges or no non-manifold edges.